Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Titan, AKT if you're following us on social media. In this video, I'm going to be going over my thoughts heading into tomorrow, September 28th, whether I'm bullish, whether I'm bearish, whether I'm neutral. Either way, you're going to find out here and now. But before I get into that, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get straight into it. All right. So last video, I said I was expecting a gap down this morning. We did not get that gap down. However, we did get the bearish move that I was expecting. And we also got the bullish move that I was expecting. I did say that I wouldn't be surprised if we see another touch to 370. And whatever happens from there is up in the air. Okay. So we did head up to 370. And then after that, we just completely plummeted down. Okay, we plummeted all the way down to about low 360s, 361, and then we reclaimed 363. Okay, so my thoughts heading into tomorrow is really up in the air right now because one, we have two Fed members speaking. We have FOMC member Bullard speaking, which I think he's just going to be introducing Jerome Powell, and Jerome Powell will be speaking. So those two main things are going to be very important heading into tomorrow. We also have another FOMC member speaking, but overall we want to hear what Jerome Powell is going to say. From there, it's really up in the air. From there is where I believe where we decide where we're going to go from here. Okay, so typically or historically, and it doesn't mean 100%, it just means it happens more often than not. When Jerome Powell speaks, the market tends to have some type of bullish momentum behind it. Okay, even when he says something bad, even when he says something good, typically that's what happens. And right now, I think what happened today is that we are pricing in potential bad news for what he's going to say tomorrow. That's what I think is happening. I think that's what happened today, where we priced in something that he potentially is going to say heading into tomorrow. Could be wrong, all right, but that's what I think is going to happen heading into tomorrow, is that we're already going to price in whatever bad news he's going to say, and then we head back up. Okay, reason why, and it's not necessarily that I'm bullish, it's just more so that I'm just going off historical data, guys. All right, so heading into tomorrow, the levels to look out for. Okay, we got to keep in mind that this bull flag is still in play. All right, it's still in play. We are still inside the bull flag. We are still holding support within the bull flag. So it is safe to say that this bull flag is still in play for the SPY. If we're looking at the Nasdaq, the levels to look out for on the Nasdaq real quick is 11,500 to the upside and 11,000 to the downside. If we break either of those levels, be prepared for some very strong volatility. All right, so if the Nasdaq bounces here, let's go to a better time frame. If the Nasdaq bounces here, as you guys can see, everything looks the same. Okay, this looks exactly like the SPY chart. If the Nasdaq bounces here around this range, I'm looking for a move towards 11,700. If we break past 11,500, look for a move towards 11,700. All right, if we break below 11,000, it's going to be very painful. Okay, it's going to be, we're going to drop very, very hard. Okay, so SPY, same thing. Okay, SPY, same thing. What we're looking for is that 370 break to the upside. Actually, to be specific, 370.2. Okay, 370.2 if we are going to be bullish to the upside. And the move that I'm expecting if we break that level is 375. Okay, 375. If we break 375, 376 range, then we can easily see 380. Now, if we go beyond that, I don't see it, but it's very much possible, and that would just mean that this bull flag is going to play out on the spot. Okay, so bullish 370.2, Nasdaq above 11,500. As far as bearish goes, I think it's pretty obvious. We need this 363 to break below if you're bearish, and then we need 360 to break as well. So if Nasdaq gives up 11,000, and the SPY gives up 360, be prepared to load up on puts. Now, financial advice, that's just what I think I'm going to be doing, or I'm going to prepare myself to do. And if we're bullish, I said this in plenty of videos, we want Nasdaq to be above 11,500, and we want the SPY to be above 370.2 for us to do any bullish type movement. Okay, again, not a financial advice. Do what you want with that information. It's just my plan. Okay, overall, guys, this is a scalpers market. It's clear as day that scalpers are only going to be winning at least this week, I believe, unless we get a clear direction. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Thursday we have GDP and all that fun stuff. So between tomorrow and Thursday is where I think we're going to see where we're going to go, okay, from here. Okay, so I necessarily wouldn't jump into trading right away in the morning. Let's wait until to hear what Jerome Powell says. But for now, keep those levels in mind. Okay, SQQ, same thing. All right, SQQ, if it breaks above 60 along with those levels, and if you don't know what the SQQ is, it just does the opposite of what the market does. Okay, the SQQ, if the SQQ goes up, then the market is going down, so on and so on, and vice versa. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so SQQ, as you guys can see, is doing the complete opposite of what the market is doing. All right, if we look at the SPY and then we look at the SQQ, complete opposite. All right, so just keep that in mind. If SQQ breaks above 60, okay, if it breaks above 60, although I don't think, if it breaks above 60, it's going to be very, very choppy heading up. But I do believe that if it breaks above 360, I mean, not 360. Am I saying 360? 60, because I'm looking at the SPY. 60, then we could potentially see more downside within the market. Okay, so just keep these levels in mind. They are very important. Take them very seriously. Okay, SPY 360. My targets for SPY, if we break below 360, is 355, 350 range. Okay, those are my levels for the SPY. Okay. If we break above 370.2, look for 373, 375 range. Okay, Nasdaq 11,500. I've already drawn it out. We could bounce to, if we break above 11,500, look for a move to 11,700. Again, we could break out. Okay, we could break out depending on, maybe it depends on what Jerome Powell says, maybe it depends on GDP Thursday. Okay, so just overall be cautious heading into tomorrow. Keep those levels in mind. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video, and that's all I really have. I will start going over stocks again once we get a clear direction, but for now I'm going to keep it simple and we're going to focus on what direction we are trying to go. All right, so like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video, like I promised.